Hang on. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I'm with Gerald Celente. I'm Jason Eosatis, one of the heroes, really, I would say, the greatest hero I've had on my show. Gerald's amazing. Thanks, Gerald Celente, trendsjournal.com. Thanks for coming on the show again, yeah?
Oh, no, thank you for all that you do. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, what you do is amazing. You've been consistent over the years. I just saw you with the judge again, Judge Napolitano. Man, it's amazing what you're talking about. We'll get straight into it. We've got to talk about Trump. I want you to talk about finding peace within ourselves as well and what we can do in this spiritual battle. Literally, we're in a spiritual battle now. And I want to just say to that guy who said, oh, well, Gerald Celente swears. Well, guess what?
It's okay.
I'll probably start swearing later on. I heard you talking about him. People say to me, you shouldn't swear. You need to get excited, everybody. You need to get angry and you need to be pissed off because we're in a spiritual battle for humanity, literally, and it's coming to the crossroads now. There's no doubt about it. So evil doesn't care if it's seen anymore, Gerald, now. Years ago, it did care. So let's just frame this. Trump, it's one of his reality shows. Death and more suffering. They're schizophrenic psychopaths in charge. They're sick, Gerald, and they are in charge of humanity's future. One thing they do, and they can crash the world. They're going to take over Cuba. They kidnap Maduro. We'll bomb Iran again and again, and we'll unleash hell on them. I just wrote it down now. Trump doesn't bluff, she said. Fuel blockades on Cuba. We can take them any time, he said. Look, they've all been psychopaths, everybody. Let's get this straight. Biden, whoever you want to choose, are the presidents, but they haven't been so obvious about it. Now they don't care anymore. They don't care what people think. It's just crazy, Gerald. And I'm really worried, man. It's getting bad and it's getting terrible. And I don't know what's going to happen now. Is this the Greater Israel Project? Like Mike Huckabee and Tucker. I think they're thinking, let's do it now. Let's take over the whole Middle East. Let's create complete chaos. We don't care how many people are killed, clearly. He thinks it's one of his reality shows, and I'm getting excited. You've got to get excited, everybody. People say, oh, Jason, what you resist persists. What you don't resist persists as well, everybody, for God's sake. You've got to stand up and shine a torch on these maniacs before they kill us all. Sorry, Gerald. Go for
No,
it.
you said it all. Again, people grow up. First of all, I'm a Napolitano born in the Bronx, all right? I'm the same age as Trump. And if I look like him, I blow my brains out. I also, I don't know if you know this. I had my own school. I taught close combat many years. You only attack the attacker. All right?
Well said, Gerald. I'm getting my black belt this year, so I'm right with you on that. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Now, Trump says I attacked Iran because it was my opinion. This is a quote that Iran was going to attack us. Okay. So, this guy across the street and we don't get along. And it was my opinion that he was going to kill me. So I killed him. What if I went, we died again, Jay.
No, it's okay, Gerald.
Oh, you okay?
I'm just getting that
Okay.
thing up where I'm getting a trends.
Oh,
Trend.
okay, great.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
There it
great.
is. That's where you put it on your journal.
There you go. Yep. Okay. So anyway, so now if I kill that guy across the street because I thought he was going to kill me, they throw me in jail in a minute. But this guy gets away with the bullshit. Oh, and then again, grow the F up. You don't like my language. Hey, wouldn't you love to be living in Gaza right now? Don't raise your voice. They only destroyed our whole enclave, killed over 100,000 people, according to Lancet. So you watch your language. They only wiped out your family. They blew your arms off. Oh, only 1 million+ people have had to leave Lebanon. So everybody get out of your house. Don't raise your voice. Use proper language. We don't like potty mouths. That's why they take us to war and kill us. Because you got a bunch of ballless little boys and a bunch of, I can't say
Cunts. I'll say it. Cunts. I'll say it. There, I've said it.
I can't say the other word. All right? They're slaughtering us. So, and stealing our money to do it. So you mentioned the presidential reality. I own that trademark, the Trends Research Institute. We took that out when Trump was running for office in 2016. It's nothing but a reality show. This lying son of a bitch, day after day after day, One lie after another. And he gets away with it. Let's go back to when he was running for president. I think I have him over here. There's somewhere I had him. Let me see if I can find him.
And while you're looking for that, Gerald, I'll just remind people I was on RT News years ago. They used to have me on, yeah, before they bloody crushed it and kicked it off. And I remember I did a show on there and I called it "Kill Him Just in Case." Yeah. In other words, if Gerald Celente is going to get a bomb, I'll kill him just in case. Just in case.
Just in case.
Shit, man, it's unbelievable.
Here, this is Trump, September 25th, 2024, when he's running for president. We want to have peace on earth all over. October 12th, 2024. We are going to have peace through strength. We will not have to fight. October 20th. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. Oh, how about this one? Ukraine? If I was president, I would have had that war settled in one day, 24 hours. Oh, everybody forgot that one, huh? And then when he won the election, he said, hey, before I get inaugurated, I'm going to end that war. And he gets away with this shit. Anyway, here's more. Ready? I want immediate peace. January 20th, 2025. I'm moving quickly to end wars, settle conflicts, and restore peace to the planet. I want peace. That was January 20th, 2025. One lie after another. One lie after another, and it doesn't stop. It keeps on going and going and going. And as we're going on the air, Trump says Iran negotiators, quote, better get serious soon before it's too late. Hey, draft dodger. Hey, fat boy. Oh, I forgot. Where's your, hey, oh, my son's too tall to get into the military, and I got 5 drafted from him. So I got during the Vietnam War. Yeah. Hey, how about that guy Netanyahu, huh? Hey, where's his kid? Oh, hiding in Miami Beach? One lie after another coming out of Trump as we're all going on the air. President Donald Trump said today that neither the spike in oil prices nor the slump in the stock market during the Iran war was as bad as he had anticipated. Oh, it's bad. You got one goddamn clown telling the world what to do. And it's not only here. What do you got over there in the UK? Throwing FAU and a C in it. Oh, you got that little Starmer clown? What has he got, a popularity rating about 20%? A little jerk. Oh, I forgot the guy before him. The best cartoonist in the world could not have come up with a better clown than Boris Johnson. Forgot about him, huh? Oh, now you got that guy Merz over there in Germany? Oh, we got to build our defense budget. We only killed 27 million Russians in World War II, and now we got to borrow $1 trillion so we can kill more. Oh, and how about that little Cazzo Macron over there in the UK with a peck of the size of this pen, if he has one at all?
Yeah. But Gerald, but Napoleon, the judge, one after the other, the judge was saying earlier, I was listening, he was saying, you know, you're saying grow some balls and stand up and oppose these people and expose these people. But like Napoleano said, he said, until the body bags keep coming back, people won't do anything. And then they'll stand up and say, oh my God. But, you know, people still say to me, Gerald, after all this time, Trump's going to save us. Yeah. Trump's going to save us. He's bringing down the deep state, Gerald. You know, now don't get me wrong. I've got a lot of respect for Alex Jones. He's done amazing work. But the people that are watching Alex, a lot of them are still saying that Trump's going to save us, man.
Alex Jones, I used to do podcasts for years.
All the time.
I used to do an hour. He took me off.
Yeah.
Because I won't suck up to Trump.
Well, what's going on with all that? I mean, I just...
They're ballless. They're ballless. You got it.
It's so sad, you know. Honestly, it's so sad.
I did everything for this guy. I stood by him, Alex Jones, when everybody turned against him.
You did, you did. I also invited him on my show when it was death to you if you did, and I stood by him as well all the time. I always stood up for him, always. But this, I can't understand how he can't turn it around and say, look, all right, enough's enough, sort of thing.
Again, this is an example of why the world goes to war. And this is going to be, there was this cat by the name of Albert Einstein, knew a thing or two about the atomic bomb. They asked him, what kind of weapons will be used to fight the Third World War? He said, I don't know, but they'll be using sticks and stones to fight the fourth. Here, this is one of my books, Trends 2000, international bestseller. They bring me to Virginia Military Institute in 2000, VMI. You know why? To talk about new millennium warfare. I said these planes, these tanks, I wrote about this. All the stuff they're making now is going to be useless as we move into the future. Oh, they didn't have drones back then. No, they didn't have a lot of things back then. Oh, there was no cyber warfare like we have now. We are on the cusp of the end of life on Earth if this doesn't stop. There's a thing called the Samson option, SAMSON. Anybody could look it up. Israel says if they're losing, they're going nuclear. And I believe that Trump is going to, there's no way, again, I wrote it, you read the Trends Journal, go back years and years. I said, there's no way you're going to beat the Iranians. These are the Persians. These cats have been around a long time. And they're very sophisticated militarily, scientifically, and technologically. There are 91 million of them versus 7 million in Israel. You don't have to be good at math to figure this out. If the United States hasn't won a war since World War II, you couldn't beat the Vietnamese, you couldn't beat the Iraqis, you couldn't beat the Afghans in the longest war in American history. What the hell makes you think you're going to be able to beat the Iranians?
I was outside the American embassy with Tony Benn. Remember him years ago? Tony Benn in the Iraq War, the Iraq slaughter. And we were fighting against this. It's bullshit. There's no weapons of mass destruction. But at least in those days, they were pretending that they were lying. And now it's open. I think evil's coming out, is showing its real face, Gerald. But do you think do you think with the Epstein files, is that got something to do with this?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, why?
Absolutely.
I mean, he seems to me. What do you think? Is he up to his neck in it? Has he been shagging little kids?
Go back to our Trends Journal, the day that Trump gave his State of the Union address. It came out just before he went on. And we had forecast in that magazine, and then with Judge Napolitano the next day, it forecast that Trump was going to attack Iran because he was down in the polls and the Epstein file information was getting worse. One of my lines is, when all else fails, they take you to war. And that's exactly what happened. There was data coming out about how many times Trump was quoted in this Epstein files and how many times they promised to release everything and how they have not done it. And so that's, to us, there's a very big, here we go. Ready? Epstein files. Department of Justice may have withheld FBI interviews with Trump accuser. The Department of Justice appears to have illegally withheld FBI interviews with a survivor of sex predator Jeffrey Epstein, who had also accused President Donald Trump of, quote, heinous crimes. All right? This is before it all happened. And this is according to Robert Garcia, representative of California. For the last 2 weeks, oversight Democrats have been investigating the FBI handling of allegations of 2019 of sexual assaults on a minor against President Donald Trump by a survivor.
So Netanyahu's got him by the balls, really, hasn't he?
Again, it's before this. What did he get? $100 million from Sheldon Adelson? Hey, move that embassy out of Tel Aviv and put it to Jerusalem, all right? Hey, you know that land you stole over there? From Syria, it's yours. Oh, he got another $250 million from his wife, Marion Adelson, when he ran in 2004. Oh, and how about his little boy, son-in-law, Jared Kushner?
Oh,
Yeah. When Netanyahu, sometimes when he used to come to America, this is going back, you know where he used to stay? At Jared Kushner's daddy's house in Jersey, New Jersey. Yeah. It's a crime syndicate that people call the government. Oh, Jared Kushner's daddy that was sent to jail for the crimes he committed that Trump pardoned him, and now he's our United States embassy guy from to France, ambassador to France. What are you kidding me?
I know people have forgotten Gaza now, Gerald. I mean, what's going to happen now with those, the Tony Blair, bloody Kushner, Witkoff, the Board of Peace? What's
Yeah.
going to happen? What do you think's going to happen over there now? What they got?
Look what they're doing. Now it's not a yellow line. What do they call it? A golden line now or something? They're stealing more land. Look what they're doing in Lebanon. Hardly out of the. Oh, Hezbollah attacked us, and that's why we're doing this. Hey, wait a minute. How many? Google it up, everybody. How many times has Israel violated the ceasefire agreement with Lebanon that they signed in November 2024? The numbers are as high as 10,000 times. Now, Hezbollah attacked us. Those dirty Hezbollahs. Oh, you mean the Hezbollah that threw you the hell out of there back in the 2000s? When you were stealing their land and they threw you the hell out of Lebanon? Yeah, them. And you read the mainstream media, you know what they call Hezbollah? Terrorists. Hamas, terrorists. Oh, but Israel could kill anybody they want. They're the chosen people. They could do anything they want. Shove this chosen crap up your ass. Oh, you're just a little guinea from the Bronx, Celente. Yeah, a little wop. Yeah, screw you.
The Guardian did a hit piece on me, not that long ago, a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago or something, and calling me usual thing anti-Semitic. So I was talking about Gaza and the Palestinians, and a conspiracy theorist and stuff like that. And it was just, and also because I said Israel's controlling Washington. You know, they said it's a conspiracy fiction. It is controlling what do you think's going to happen now with the chaos in the Middle East, Gerald? With all the factions, they're trying to get some of them to attack Iran. They're saying, no, we need to stick with Iran, blah, blah, blah. It's bloody chaos. But what do you think's going on with that? How do you see that playing out with that chaos?
Israel's the game.
Mm.
Israel's the game. They're not going to quit. Look, they're even saying now they're going to steal more land in Lebanon. And you look at the Iranian agreement. Yes, there'll be a ceasefire. And one of the things they said is that you have to pull out of Lebanon and you have to stop this attack. They're not going to do it. Again, Trump, they better get serious before it's too late, because once that happened, there's no turning back and it won't be pretty. Could you imagine an adult talking like this?
He should be in prison right now, quarantined.
Spewing out this crap. Calm down, Celente. We don't like when you raise your voice. We're little gutless boys and girls still in kindergarten. Time to take a nap. I'm not tired. It's time to take a nap. Take a nap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. People are still in kindergarten.
They're gutless right now. Gutless kids. That's what they are. They're little children who are still scared to speak out against their authority. Honestly, it's unbelievable. I get it here all the time, Gerald. It's very tiring. Honestly, very tiring. Don't look at it.
Ready? Here's another one.
Yeah.
Trump. This is Trump today. His preference is peace. You ready? But he's prepared. This is yesterday. This is from his mouthpiece, this Levitt clown girl. But prepared, quote, to unleash hell on Iran. Unleash hell.
Yeah.
Hey, hell. Why don't you go to hell? Oh, yeah. No, wait, how about this? Hey, where are all you Catholic priests? Oh, you screwing little boys? How come you're not out there stopping the war? Hey, where are all you Quakers? Would you die in an earthquake? Oh, the Seventh-day Adventists are waiting for the eighth day. Where are all these religions, you bunch of phonies? If all these religions told the people to go out there for peace, we'd have it tomorrow. No, just pass the basket. Got to dress up in my costume. Pass the basket.
Well said, Gerald. Well said. Well said. So I always say to people, well, I do think that they could drop a nuke on them. I really do. I think they're mad enough. Trump and this.
I know.
Definitely. I hate to even say it because you're putting it out into the bloody universe, but I think they're mad enough to do it. They're sick of all these little rockets going here and there and everywhere. I know they're sending troops in. I think they're mad enough. And you think, I mean, just that Straits of Hormuz can bring the world to its knees. There's people starving now. They can't feed themselves. This creating chaos like we've never seen. We've seen nothing yet. There's tins of beans being bought here, like you won't believe in some of the supermarkets already. People are stocking up. This is going to be one of the most greatest catastrophes ever. And this is what worries me, Gerald. Is it playing
I'm
right into their
telling
hands?
you.
But
That's what I'm saying. I quoted Albert
yeah,
Einstein.
it's true. Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be the beginning of the end of life on Earth.
Mm.
Oh, no, I got a shelter. I built a bomb shelter. Oh, yeah, life will be beautiful when you come out. Look how life changed since the COVID war. Whole different world. Whole different world. Now, can imagine World War III, what it's going to be like. Here's another Trump quote today or yesterday. He goes, Iran, they want to make a deal so badly, but they're afraid to say it because they figure they'll be killed by their own people. They're also afraid they'll be killed by us. Trump. Could you imagine spewing out this shit? And he gets away with it.
These people should be quarantined and before they end this world. It's terrible. What worries me, Gerald, is the petrol rations, the this, the that. It's almost forcing us into the agenda they want, which is bloody no more petrol, 15-minute cities. You can't go there, you can't go there, you've got to stay in your houses, blah, blah, blah. And the digital slavery is almost going to play right into their hands, Gerald. I'm very, very concerned. Well, what do we do? What do people do, Gerald? I know you've got to go in a
We
couple of
have
minutes.
people have to, they got to stand up, speak out. Again, I launched Occupy Peace over a decade
And
ago.
well done for that, Gerald, honestly.
I
Well done
have
for
peace rallies. I do everything I can. If
I
the
watched them.
billionaires gave us a couple of $100 million, we'd have peace tomorrow. They
Yeah,
don't give a fucking penny for peace.
they don't. No.
Warren Buffett's son used to be a tenant in one of my buildings. The
Mm.
1763. I have three pre-Revolutionary War stone buildings on the most historic four corners in America, up here in Kingston. He was a tenant for about 10 years in the 1763 Dr. Jensen house. Never gave me a penny for peace. Never.
Wow.
All right.
Unbelievable.
So what
Unbelievable.
everybody should do, get in the best shape you can,
Mm.
spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Your life is on the line. Don't be a coward. Stand up and fight for peace. We, the people, if the people took to the streets, we could end this, and you can't go out one day. Here, the proof is here. Once upon a time, there was a thing called the Berlin Wall. How did it come down? The people went there, they didn't leave. More people came, they didn't leave. Day after day, week after week after week after week. Day after day, week after. We have to all take to the streets, stop this war. Here, New York, the roads are shit up here. New York City's a crap hole. The bridges are falling down, homeless all over the place. We need another $220 billion to fight this war. All right? Oh, and it's your tax money we're stealing, so get to work. Oh, now let's go back. The markets were going down before this war happened. We wrote about this in the Trends Journal. When all else fails, they take you to war. One of our top trends is .com bust 2.0, how the AI is going to wipe out a lot of companies, and they've overinvested in a lot of companies, and China's going to take the lead in this. Look what's going on in the private equity groups. Oh, Moody's just put KKR into, what did they put them into? Let's see, junk. Moody's cuts rating on private credit fund by KKR and Future Standard to junk as bad loans grow. KKR? Oh, KKR? Who's on KKR? Oh, that guy Petraeus. Remember him? The general in the Afghan war. Brought to you by Obama, the Nobel Peace of Crap Prize winner. As soon as he gets elected, the Afghan troop surge. Petraeus. Bragging. Another fat mouth bragging how we're going to win this war. Oh, who is he working for now? KKR. Yeah. It's a crime syndicate that morons and imbeciles call a government in a country near you. And you can get these cups if you go to Trends Journal. And by the way, this is how I feel about politicians.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful, Gerald. Wonderful.
You get that going to Trends Journal too.
Thanks,
So
Gerald.
anyway, we are in the fight for our lives, and it's up to everybody to stop this.
Yep.
Here, don't do anything for peace. Don't send a penny to occupy peace. Don't do anything for peace. Join the military or get drafted when the war breaks out so you could die in war, all right?
Die for the
they'll
fucking
be proud of you for dying in war.
die for the fucking cowards that's sitting in their desks. And that there's
Yep.
those adverts are coming up all the time now. I know we've got 2 minutes left, Joel. The adverts are coming up all the time now, yeah, on the internet. Fight for your country, be a proud blah blah bullshit.
Yeah.
Just tell them to fuck off, because if they want to do it, let them do it themselves. There'd be never be
Yeah.
any wars if they had to, Gerald. There wouldn't be a
You
war.
got it. Could you imagine that little Gatson Macron, a little nothing Starmer boy, a little craphead like Mertz?
With their tin hats and their guns. Come on, boys.
Yeah. Or Trump going out and fighting?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah.
Look at the cover of this week's Trends Journal magazine.
They shit
pick it up.
themselves. Oh, yeah, let's have a look before we go, yeah? Hang on a minute.
Yeah, take a look at it. You got it? You have it, don't you?
I got it, yeah, man. Hang on a minute. I got it, yeah. I know I have because I just saw it. Hang on. It's bloody brilliant, Gerald. Honest to God, it's a classic. Hang on a minute. Where are we?
No, not that one.
Which one was it? Hang on a minute, Gerald.
The one this week.
That was
Washington, the crossing the Delaware. We have Washington cross the Delaware. Will draft Dodger Trump.
it was bloody
Across the
brilliant.
Strait of Hormuz.
I got to find it before we go. Hang on. Yeah, it bloody is. Hang on. Here it is, Gerald. Lovely. Let's get that up. There it is. Look at that. And you made it into
I can't see it.
You got it there, right? Got it? You made it into a video. Look at them all on there.
Yeah.
Look at them. Oh my God, yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Gerald. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yep.
Bloody beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Right, I know we run out of time, Gerald. One sentence to everybody before they go. Give people some strength or something.
Again, it's up to the people. You have to get in the best shape you can, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I guess again, you want to fight for peace or die in war. It's your choice.
It's your choice. Yeah, that's it.
And this is the maniac running the country. Ready?
Yeah.
New York Times. They asked Trump, were there any limits on his global power? Mr. Trump said, you ready? Quote, yeah, there's one thing. My own morality, my own mind. It's the only thing that can stop me. My own mind, my own morality. He also said, quote, I got a big ego. That's a quote. You can look it up. The first thing we learned in close combat, the only time your ego gets into place is when your life is on the line.
Yeah.
That's the only time you have an ego. No, hey, I got a big ego. Ready for this? He goes on to say, I don't need international law. Okay.
He thinks it's a fucking reality show. That's what he thinks it is. He's a madman.
Saying that I don't need international law. If I said that, people would attack me.
Literally, yeah.
If I said only my own mind counts, I don't care about anything else, they would attack me.
You'll be put in a mental asylum like he should be, quite frankly.
Yep.
Yeah. He should be.
So thank you so much for what you're doing.
Gerald,
I really
and you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much for everything you've done.
One of a few. Thank you.
Well, it's tiring, Gerald, I'll tell you, but thank you so much for everything you've done for all these bloody years, mate. Honestly, you're an amazing guy. Thank you so much, mate. I so admire you. We're sending lots of love to you, man. Amazing. I'm gonna have a rant now, Gerald. It's my turn now. Bless you, man. God bless you, Gerald. Take care.
Ciao, ciao.
Thanks, bye-bye. Right, here we go. There goes Gerald Celente, one of the most amazing men you'll find on this planet for speaking the truth, right? I'm telling you right now, It's absolutely incredible what that guy is saying. And go to the Trends Research, sorry, trendsjournal.com. And I wanted to play a few more clips on there with Gerald of some of the chats he's had with Judge Napoliano and other great people. And but Gerald, let's just tell you this before I go. Gerald was revered by Oprah Winfrey. She used to have him on the show. Gerald was on all the big news channels talking about the world and the markets and stuff like that. And as soon as Gerald started telling the truth, the real truth about the situation in the world and the psychopaths supposedly running this global casino mental asylum, that was the end of it. He was gone off there. Gerald's an amazing man, and people say to him, there's been people complaining. You watch the complaints on this one now. People are saying, Jason, you said the word cunt, you said the word fucking, you said fucking nutcase, and we've got to get excited, guys. When are we going I'm quite a spiritual sort of person, I love and peace and I try and help as many people as I can. And I don't normally swear, but believe me, we've got to get pissed off. And what are we going to do if we don't? What are you going to do? People coming over the hill, they're going to come and kill all your family. And people are saying, oh, you mustn't look at anything negative, Jason. Honestly, I've been slandered in this town in Totnes where I live. The BBC has done a hit job on me. They came in my shop with a film crew calling me anti-Semitic, yeah? Calling me a conspiracy theorist, yeah? This is long before all the stuff like with Prince Andrew and Jimmy Savile and all that kind of thing. The Guardian newspaper, George Monbiot, did a hit job on me. There's no such thing as geoengineering, Jason. It's a conspiracy fiction. There's no such thing as vaccine damage. It's a conspiracy fiction. There's no such thing as Netanyahu controlling Washington. My God, I'm not. It's like another planet, man. But now I've got people coming to see me and saying, thanks, Jason, for speaking for the truth, yeah? And speaking out against the truth. And there's people doing demonstrations here in Totnes still for Gaza, but they won't speak to me. So they're exposing Israel's atrocity in Gaza, but they still won't speak to me. The guy who was exposing Israel for what they've done to Palestinians, not just recently, by the way, for decades and decades and decades. And when George Monbiot was down the road in Totnes speaking out and sitting there with his little banner, and giving a little speech, I got up after. I said, let's remember, they were being torturing and slaughtering Palestinians like dirty dogs for years, decades, just like they did in Cape Town when I was there in the 80s, when Mandela was on Robben Island, treating black people like dirt and filth. They'd been brainwashed that those black people were filthy, dirty scum, lower than dogs. It's a fact. Yeah. I was there. I got shot at because of opening my mouth there. But now people are speaking out against Israel. At last, the anti-Semitic shield is finally bloody dissolving. Finally, after all these years, it's dissolving. You know why? Because of people's courage like Gerald Celente talking about it and exposing Israel for what it's doing. Like Tucker said to Mike Huckabee, you are going to the Greater Israel Project. In other words, you're entitled to take over the whole of the Middle East, most of it, kill as many people as you like, kids, girls, anything, right? To actually manifest his Greater Israel Project. Why? Because God told you. It's in the Bible. Now, I'm a very religious man in many ways, but I don't adhere to any one religion. But it's like, God told you, God's an estate agent. He said, kill all those people, get rid of them. It's your land. Take it back, This is the stuff of maniacs and psychopaths, everybody. It really is. These people should be put in mental asylums and locked up. Trump, all these people. Witkoff, all of them, where they can do no longer do any damage. Jared Kushner, Tony Blair, he's got the audacity to show his face again. He was on there talking recently, yesterday. I can't believe this. I'm sick of this. I don't want to do this anymore. I want a long, long holiday, yeah? Do other stuff, happier stuff, cheerier stuff. I said I wasn't going to do this anymore. I did. I said, there's no more of this. That's why I haven't spoken to Gerald for ages. I'm not going to do any of this stuff anymore. No. I've done my bit years ago talking about this. When we were laughed at, I was with Tony Benn outside the American embassy saying they're lying. There's no weapons of mass destruction. Was it David Kelly, the weapons inspector from England, went over to Iraq, come back. Oh, he killed himself in the woods when he said that there's no weapons of mass destruction. I mean, that's a coincidence. This is the kind of thing that's going on here. It's got to stop. How? I don't know. I wish I was such a soothsayer and genius and wise person to say, I know I was going to stop. But it's not going to stop while we don't look at it. Yeah, like Gerald said, we've got to create something different. Or maybe I speak to biblical people, people who are very into the Bible and prophecies and stuff, and they say this thing's got to play itself out. It's got to play itself out. It's a gruesome, dreadful system that's got to play itself out. Yeah, it's got to play itself out. That's what they say to me. So someone actually said recently, don't bother doing any more shows, Jason. Forget it. Relax. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. You're 64 now. Forget about all this crap. Yeah. Don't bother anymore because it's all going to play out. It's how evil's going to play out. Yeah. The satanic plan has got to go and destroy everything for the new biblical thing to come in. But I don't agree with that. I really don't. I don't care. We can't not do anything because what we see here now, I've said it a million times till I'm sick of it. What we see, the reality of the world and the reality in your life, the reality of the situation in the world is a consequence. It's an outcome. It's a feedback loop from previous decisions made without vision and wisdom. Clearly, it's made without vision and wisdom. And it's incredible. And I'm convinced if those people weren't brown in the Middle East and they were lily white skin, they'd be freaking up, bro. They would. We've been brainwashed, the Israeli people, not all of them, obviously, but most of them go in the military if they're Israeli. They've been brainwashed since they were tiny kids in school, in books. Those brown people on donkeys, they're going to get us. I'm not bloody surprised they're going to get you. Iran wants a nuclear bomb. Wouldn't you if you were Iran? Seeing what the Western people, what Israel's doing and what America and England and France and everyone have been doing? You know they're going to get you. I'm amazed they haven't got a big, massive nuclear bomb by now. If I was them, I'd have one. Because these people are going to get them. They're not going to stop. And I'm sure it's the Greater Israel Project. Anyway, I've ranted on enough. Solutions, what can you do? Well, there's a farmer on Dartmoor now that's actually accepting silver. I wanted to mention it to Gerald. Gerald, if you're seeing this, I wanted to mention the silver thing. So he's taking silver payments for produce, for meat and vegetables that he grows. I thought that was really inspiring, So that's a good thing. Create your own communities. It almost seems futile, doesn't it? What's the point? We've tried to do it for years. NaturalEarthEcoLiving.com. Go and see. We've got a big website. We've had meetings in full lockdown. We had people who were millionaires coming to sell. There was one guy was going to sell his hotel, another guy was going to sell his property. We had probably in the pot, well, I don't know, 6 million quid if everyone had done what they said they were going to do. And it just all fell apart. People can't seem to come together in peace. Look at the world stage. There is no borders from up there. If you go up in a hot air balloon, there's no borders. You look down, what borders? Where? If you said to some symbiotic loving being from another planet, look, they're all killing each other. They're killing them because their religion's that. They're doing that because of that. They're killing them because Israel says so, right? They're doing that. And they'd say we don't see any borders. We thought you were joining a big, happy, colourful, multicolored family. Yeah, not so. Yeah, it's mental. It's a mental asylum. We've gone mad as a species. Calm down, Jason. I can't. We've gone mad as a species, literally. It's completely crazy. I remember I had John Perkins on the show a few times, and he spoke at one of our conferences here in Darlington. He wrote the book, The Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Very amazing guy from the CIA. They used to send him into places like Venezuela, those kinds of places, to convince the presidents, because in those days they didn't just come and kidnap you, right? And He'd go in and try and convince them to help them, lend them money, and yeah, take over your country, in other words. And if they didn't do it, they'd kill him. And there was one president he was very good friends with, and he said, they're going to kill you if you don't do it. He said, I'm not going to do it. He said, they're going to kill you. He said, I don't care. And they did. I think they put a bomb and a tape recorder in the plane. What was his name? Forgot. Was it Venezuela? I can't remember now. John Perkins, look him up and you'll see on there. And they killed him. So that's what they do. But now, what's happening now, everybody? This one thing, and I'll go, right? Because I got to go karate. Yeah, right. Um, I love karate. Um, and like Gerald said, by the way, get yourselves fit, get yourselves healthy, don't drink so much booze, eat healthily, be a nicer person. Um, I think that's what we're in is the great recovery. I feel it's a recovery back to what we've lost. Recovery, that is actually what real religion is. It comes from the word religare, to religament, to retie to what we've lost. That is it. We need a giant religious melding within ourselves. That's what it's all about, not all these different religions. Religion is religamenting to what we've lost inside ourselves. We've bloody lost ourselves. We have. We've lost ourselves. We've lost ourselves. We've been dislocated and dismembered from ourselves, yeah? And from each other. In Greece, where I'm from, a little island called Kefalonia, my family's from, people help each other. Someone will come in and bring some milks, then you give them some this, and you give them some meat and stuff like that. They all sit down and eat together. Love each other. Help each other. Yeah? Be happy to each other. Be kind to each other. Yeah? Those words are like, it doesn't happen much anymore. It's crazy. We've gone mad. So, in my opinion, it's the great remembering. And this whole chaos now is part of that great remembering and part of the awakening. So it's almost like they've got to blow everything to smithereens, crash the system to its knees for people to try and build something else. But generally, it's these same psychopaths over thousands of years that have created something then different for the people. The lunatics, the ethically and morally bankrupt people who don't care about people. They don't care about how many people they kill. They don't. Trump's bragging about it. We went into Carg Island or whatever it was called. We bombed it. I can't do the Trump thing. We bombed it. Yeah. And then we bombed it a bit more for fun. Yeah. This is like the mafia. I said to Paul Craig Roberts on one of my shows, I said, Paul, these people are the mafia, like the mafia. He said, oh, no, Jason. He said, they're not the mafia. The mafia's fairer than these people. At least you know where you stand with the mafia. These psychopaths pretend they're doing good things. They're mad, completely mad, crazy people. They don't care how many people they kill. Gaza, kill them all. Kill the whole lot of them. Wipe it out. It's ours. We want that land back. Don't care what happens to them. Kill the kids. We don't care. In fact, they wanted to kill the kids so they couldn't have any more dirty, filthy. And I got told off for saying this by somebody, and I don't care. It's the way I speak. I speak what I want to speak, right? The dirty, filthy brown people in Palestine. That's what they think they are. Just like when I was in Cape Town getting shot at. And by the way, I was married to a black lady, so don't dare call me a racist, okay? I know what it's like to be on the side of that racist coin. It's horrible, yeah? People looking at you like you're a scumbag, yeah? Because you're friends with a black person or with a black person, married to a black person. This is what we've got to change this, guys. But maybe it's got to go all to its knees and crash and burn, and no one's got any fuel, and no one's got any food, yeah? But that's what worries me is these same lunatics, they'll use it as a Trojan horse. Oh, well, now we need the digital ID, like Tony Blair's saying, we need the digital ID, yeah? Yeah, got to know who's who. Yeah, and then you mustn't go too far in your car. We're rationing the petrol. What, from what you've just done? So we've got to suffer now, the people. We've got to literally starve, beg for food, right, from the council, and then can't go very far in our car. Yeah, well, we're going to bring them 15-minute cities in now. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, bring them in. And by the way, we might as well get electric cars now. There's no more petrol. Yeah, petrol's gone. All the plants have been blown up. Well, we better get electric cars now then. Yes. The dirty petrol, yeah? My God. It's incredible to be here on the planet now. It's absolutely incredible to see it playing out. In one sense, it's good because evil's shown its true face now. And I've said about that for years, that one day evil will just show itself and say, you were right. We're evil. We don't care about you. We'll kill you. We'll blow up your country. We don't care what happens because we are going to totally control humanity. Like Aaron Russo said, you can still see it on YouTube. Aaron Russo, Nick Rockefeller, yeah, Alex Jones actually. And it might sound like I was running Alex Jones down. I'm not. Alex Jones, he's done amazing things, but he's so invested now in the Trump's going to save us thing. And there's still people saying it to me. He's bringing down the deep state. Well, what is it then? A big trick? Is he tricking Israel? Yeah. Yeah, he's just tricking Israel. He's pulling Israel into a trap. Yeah. He's pulling the deep state into a trap so he can get them. Yeah. Bloody hell, everybody. Grow up. Yeah. You know, really. I got a lot of respect for Alex Jones. I was one of the few people who invited him on my show when he was totally slandered and banned. Yeah. I was one of the, honestly, I did. But anyway, so that's what worries me. It's like almost we're falling into another trap. Yeah. And this is going to change things forever. You think COVID was bad? This is nothing. Yeah, this is going to be massive, and people are going to suffer. There's people who haven't got businesses anymore. Their businesses are closing. They can't get food for their kids. There's people starving right now as we speak. There's people suffering and starving because of what they're doing to Iran. And just remember, Iran hasn't attacked anyone for a long time. Nothing like these lunatics in the West. Your government, yeah? And there's people coming to my shop actually saying to me, we've got to get Iran. It's like, well, hang on a minute. Iran didn't do anything. Just like you've got to get Venezuela. And people were saying that to me in my gallery. We got to get Maduro. It's great. They've kidnapped him. We got to get Iran. They're gonna make a bomb. What did Witkoff say a week before they went in? They got a week to go. They're gonna make a bomb. Ooh, let's kill him just in case. Look, guys, honestly, and I'm not saying radical Islam and stuff. That's bad. It's bad. But you don't go and kill someone. Just because you can. I do karate. Yeah, I'm bloody quite good at it, actually. Yeah, I think I am. I've been going for years and years and years. I love it. I would never attack anyone because I know it's a dreadfully dangerous thing. Yeah. And you just wouldn't do that. I'd walk away. Someone's going to try and punch me. I'd walk away. Like, it's okay, honestly. But if they did attack me, then I'll obviously attack them. But it's just an amazing thing. And if you listen to the Iranian people speaking, I forgot his name now. Been a long day. Um, they're Persians. They're really wise people. Their culture's quite amazing in one way. And these brutal maniacs, Netanyahu and Trump and all the rest of them, yeah, they're trying to turn the people on their government. I know people from Iran. I went to the Iranian New Year thing one year in London. Lovely people, and they were telling me some of the terrible things that the Iranian government have done to their people. Yeah, and they have. But how about our people, our government? What they've done to us? They just do it a bit slightly different. Like they cared about us. Yeah, they don't care about us. They really don't. They don't care about us. And that's what Alan Russo said when he was talking to Nick Rockefeller. And Alan only said this once he had cancer and he knew he was going to die. He said, I was with Nick Rockefeller, and Nick Rockefeller said, Aaron, why do you care about the people? Why do you care? He said, just look after yourself. Don't worry about it. In other words, we don't care about them. And Alan said, well, what's the end goal, Nick? Nick Rockefeller, what's the end goal, Nick? He said, well, we're going to microchip everyone, Aaron. That's what we're going to do. That's our goal. We're going to microchip everybody. So that's what we told him back then. So that's the plan. They're going to just completely digitally control everybody. There'll be no cash. In Totnes, where I live, some of the cash machines were down yesterday. No one could. I went into Happy Apple with some cash, right, the supermarket, yeah, and there was chaos in there. Well, I thought it was chaos. People were coming out. You can't buy anything. There's no this. I said, well, I can. I got bloody cash here, right? And I went in there, and they're like stunned rabbits in the head. Like, what are we going to do? I said, well, cash. Look at my programs. I've talked about it for years. Cash is king. If you don't use it, you lose it. Cash is king. Keep cash going. Well, cash is dirty. We got to go digital. Someone bought a painting off me the other day with a watch, and he was over 70, which I was surprised at. He said, cash is terrible. He said, we've got to get rid of it. It's unbelievable. And that's sort of crept in with the Trojan horse of the COVID thing. It's dirty. You can get diseases off it, right? But cash is terrible. Yeah, no, cash is fantastic, or some other currency. And what we'll be forced to actually create our own currency. That's what we'll be forced to do. There was a Totnes pound where I live here. It was a bit of a shambles. It didn't work very well, but that's what we're being forced to do now. As the shackles of the system, whether it's war or poverty or no petrol or complete, forcing people to get like electric cars, digital slavery, you can't travel very far, there's no petrol left. I bet a lot of the environmental people are really buzzing now, although there's smoke and stuff going in the oceans and oil and smoke. I bet they're thinking, this is it. Great. Finally, petrol's finished. Yeah. But it's a very, very sad thing. It really, really is. And that's what it's going to do. It's just going to force us literally to try and build different systems parallel to this one before it's too late, because you'd just be totally, totally controlled. You won't be able to do anything. They'll tell you what to buy, what to eat, where to go. And I don't want that. I want freedom, to a great degree. I mean, there's got to be some rules and some laws, obviously, to keep people from turning into monsters. But I'm very worried about it, but I'm very excited as well at the same strange time. I think this is forcing us. It's like a smelling salts. It's part of the remembering. It's part of the, awakening. It's part of the relocation back from our dislocation. It's showing us what this system is. It's showing us who these people really are. They don't care about you, yeah? They really don't. And out of the chaos, they'll want to try and control you. Anyway, I've gobbed off enough. Be healthy, be happy. I'm always trying to do more shows and write more things about this very subject. That's what my book's about. The Emergency Transformation of Human Beings is my book. You can get it on Amazon, or you can get it on my website, jasonleosatis.com. Under there, you'll see it under here. Gerald's details are under here. The great Gerald Celente. Thanks, Gerald, if you're seeing this, if you could stomach listening to me for any longer. Thanks for all your great work. What an amazing guy. And we were supposed to have Andrew Bridgen on the show the other night, and we couldn't quite get it sorted. I spoke to Andrew, and he's coming on the show. Andrew Bridgen is a member now of the Restore Party UK with Rupert Lowe. People will say, "Oh, it's still just politics, Jason. Different cheeks on the same arse." Well, in one sense, I agree, but because I'm a political atheist, like Gerald, political atheist. But we got to start somewhere. And they're talking a lot of sense. And Andrew said, we need a whole new system. We don't need new politics. We need a whole new system to emerge. And I believe sometimes that's what happens when the other system crashes to its knees. Then you're forced to try and create another system. Hopefully completely independent of the psychopaths who are destroying this one. And there's people who haven't been born yet. I've said it on every show. I hate saying it now, but there's people who haven't been born yet who are relying on what everyone does now. What we do now creates tomorrow, creates the next thing in the future of humanity. Is humanity doomed? Well, it has been for thousands of years, hasn't it? It's never seemed to live in peace with itself or its neighbors. But until it lives in peace with itself, it'll never be in peace with anybody else. So if we want to create sanity in the world, we've first got to create sanity within ourselves. And everyone's got to work on themselves to the point where they fine-tune their minds until they're in a state of peace, where they live with their human family without killing each other. I know obviously our traditions and our cultures are very important and beautiful. But we've got to bring down those walls, like Gerald said about the Berlin Wall. I can't remember what he said now, but they smashed it down, and then, oh, it's you, another human being, yeah? Oh, right. Are we similar? Yeah, we're similar. We're all burping, farting humans with the same emotions. That's right. I had Dr. Mohammed Adil on my show once, and he said, when I cut someone, I can't do an Indian accent, when I cut someone open and look inside, he said, they are all the same, Jason. All the same inside. Yeah. This is just a spacesuit, brothers and sisters. We're all the same. And until we come together and get past our madness and our differences, we'll have chaos again and again and again. And the system loves that. They divide you and they conquer you. Yeah. It's incredibly done. Yeah. I'll be speaking about that with David Icke on the show. And David's on the show, I think, in a couple of weeks' time. Oh, on the 6th. Yeah. So we'll be having a good chat, and we'll be talking about recovery, and recovering back to what we've lost within ourselves. And we all feel it. We all feel it. Everyone I speak to, if they're honest with themselves, it's like, I don't feel right. I feel like I've lost a part of myself, yeah? Actually, some of them tell me they want to kill themselves and they can't stand it any longer being a human being. Well, that's exactly how you should feel. Really? Sorry to laugh. Because that's a natural symptom from a healthy spirit, body, and mind that's in a system, trapped in a system that's driving it mad. Yeah, it's driving people mad, this system. Driving people mad. People can barely stand it any longer, you know? And it's terrible for people. Rubbish pay, massive bills, hell. That's what it's been turned into. This potential paradise has been turned into a virtual hell for people, a virtual prison of debt and debt and it's like it's based on power, short-term greed, power, profit, debt, and slavery. That's you can't argue with that. It is. Oh, well, okay. Is it built on harmony, justice, happiness, joy, love, caring, sharing, symbiosis, enough for everybody? What? You've got to pay for water that comes out of your tap. You've got to pay for morsels of food. Yeah, if you told someone from another planet that, they wouldn't believe it. From a symbiotic planet of peace and harmony and joy and love, they'd never believe you. Well, you got to pay for water. It's flowing from the mountain tops. Yeah, and someone says, no, you can't have that. You'll pay us for that. You're my slave. Yeah, it's got to stop, guys. Yeah, maybe it is going to start with small communities popping up. We've tried it before. It didn't work out. We were going to buy farms with people, create really inspiring communities, growing our own food. I've got a documentary coming out about it now. I film people growing food and abundance of food in polytunnels and your own water, your own electricity. Yeah, so you can go like that to the government. Screw you. We don't need you. Yeah, we've got our own abundant food, all the food we can eat, all the power we can use, all the water we can drink. Screw you. Yeah. Wouldn't it be wonderful? Yeah. There's no petrol. You'll have to have an electric car. We're so happy here. We don't want to go anywhere. Imagine such a thing. Yeah. We've got paradise right here. Yeah. Paradise right here. Yeah. And there'll be people flocking from all over the world to see these communities. I've explained the communities. Go on naturalearthecoliving.com. I've explained what these communities could look like to people. They said, you make that, I'm out. I'm in. Yeah. And you can make these templates and spread them around the world. Because I've spoken to people, it's like we're stuck. We're born onto the M5 motorway. We're born onto it. There's no off ramps. You can't go off. You try and go off that off ramp and put a caravan in a field. Get back, slave. Get back into the system. There's nothing made available for people. Anyone who doesn't like the system, come over here. It's okay. You don't feel good about being a slave. It's okay. We've made little communities for you. You can be outside the system. Yeah, but grow your own food. Have some water. You must be joking. Yeah, prison doesn't let people out that easily. Yeah, but I've said to people in the prison, listen, everybody, we can create something new. Where? Oh, it's over there. Where? I don't see it. Yeah, well, we're going to have to get out of prison first before we start creating it, right? A few of us. I've almost dug a tunnel. Look, over there. Well, what happens when we're out? Well, we're not exactly sure, but we've got a bit of a template we're working to. The other prisoners, I can see it in their eyes. They look at you and go, well, at least we get paid a bit in here. We get some food. Yeah, they're lashing us with a stick because we've got to go work 9 to 5 for crappy money. But at least we know who we are. At least we, it's familiar. If we break free, we sell our houses. We get into the farms, it might not work. They might not let us do it, people. Well, anyway, okay, that's enough from me. I've got a bit carried away as usual. Well, normally I gob off on the show, but I wanted to just have a little chat with Gerald, that's all. I love Gerald dearly. He's a great guy. Gerald, trendsjournal.com. Go and subscribe to the magazine and support people like Gerald and support me. You want to go to my Patreon page? You want to give me some money? All donations thankfully received, yeah? I don't get paid for doing this, nothing. Honestly, it's crazy. I think I got about £15 a month on Patreon, yeah? I know people are making 4 grand on Patreon, 15 grand a month for 4 grand. I had a big channel on YouTube. I had loads of subscribers. Man, I think it was about 50,000. And then, of course, I was talking about the truth about the lockdowns and everything. And I just got wiped out. Every single program I ever made was gone in a flash. Luckily, I've got them all saved there, you know. That's what I did my interviews in the London March. And that was the end of that. So yeah, support me if you can. Buy my book. Go to Amazon or go to my jasonellis.com. And if you want to go there, go to my wife's website, naturalearthecoclothing.com. She's a designer and she makes organic clothing, ethically sourced cotton, and she's a great lady. And but most of all, if you want to support me on Patreon, go there. And all tiny donations are really appreciated. Some people give me £1 a month, and I really appreciate that, you know. I appreciate any help I can get. And I love you all dearly. Love yourselves. Be kind to yourselves, please. Before I go, please be kind to yourselves. Please be kind to other people. Treat other people like you like to be treated. Apparently, that's a biblical saying, I think. And we'd have literal peace on earth, wouldn't we? If everyone treated each other like they like to be treated. Well, it's not easy to do, but I do it. I do it. I treat other people better than I like to be than I treat myself. How's that? I do. Yeah. Why are you always so nice, Jason? They say. What do you want me to be? A horrible asshole? Like the governments are doing to people? Do you want me to be vile and just live by profit and don't care how much pain I inflict on people? We've all got that capacity, but there's an ethical alarm bell in every one of us which tells us when we're being really lovely and kind and when we're being horrible. And David Hamilton, I went to one of his talks. He wrote the book Why Kindness is Good for You, and he said that he's a scientist, and he said that when you're kind to somebody, it releases oxytocins in your body, which actually take away cholesterol. Check it out for yourself. It seems that's too good to be true, isn't it? When you're kind to someone, it heals your body, right? When you're horrible to someone, it poisons your body, right? You can check it out. What happens when you get angry and you hate people and things like that? Now, I wonder if that's a coincidence. So, did the good Lord, or if you don't believe in the Lord or God or anything, did nature place that inside ourselves? Can you believe such a thing? It's true, apparently. Imagine it. You know, we know what's right and wrong. We know what's good and what's bad. Yeah. Like Andrew Bridgen said the other day when he was talking down in the Seven Stars here in Totnes. And he said, he said, forget right and left, right and left paradigm. It's just like ridiculous. Yeah. Like watching a tennis game. Man. He said it's about right and wrong. That's what it's about. So that's where we are as humanity. And that's what I'm here to talk about. A better world for humanity based on love, care, and share, and happiness and peace. And we better hurry up and do it because we're failing miserably. If someone came from another planet to see us here and see the state we're in, all fighting each other and world wars, they wouldn't believe such a thing would be possible on such a beautiful planet in the middle of space. It's beautiful, this place. It's a paradise that's been turned into a mental asylum, a casino, yeah, of debt and slavery for people. People are really suffering. I know people who are homeless. Personally, I know them, yeah, who are going to the food bank, who can't find anywhere to live, who are sleeping on people's sofas, yeah. And then if you're illegal and you come across the water in a boat, then you can be put in a hotel. I mean, man, it's crazy, you know. I'm not a racist. I was married to a black woman. Remember, still friends with her. She lives in Cape Town now. She's gone back. But that is crazy, man. Yeah, that is crazy. You know, there's a lot of people suffering and they don't have to. They don't need to. And it's escalating badly now. Something's got to stop. But these lunatics in power that are just there for the profit, power, big narcissistic egomaniacs. Yeah. But make no mistake, like I said with Gerald, the other people are the same. Obama, these other people, Biden, Clinton, Bush. Yeah. They were all the bloody same. Yeah. Except they were just pretending that they weren't as bad. Trump is openly like it, you know. Anyway, that's it. So go to my website, jasonsellis.com for my book. Go to Patreon if you want to support me. Please do support me. And also go to my art website, jasonsellisart.com, if you want to look at my paintings there and my prints. and you can support me there. Okay, that's it from me. Take care. Lots of love. Thanks again to Gerald Celente, the one and only man. What an amazing guy. Yeah. And that guy's more than he shows you. I've got to tell you that. Yeah. You know that, Gerald, if you're listening. Gerald's much more than he shows you on there. And I wanted to have a conversation a little bit along those lines tonight, for Gerald to guide you sort of in a spiritual way as well, in a way where you can come back home to yourself. And Gerald's a very wise man. You want to look at what he says, and get his books as well. Very special man, Gerald Celente. Very special man to have on this planet, and a very dedicated man for human beings to get out of suffering and back into heaven from hell, if you like. Yeah, really, honestly, amazing. So, lots of love to you all. Take care. Stay strong, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.